I'm amazed. The low light performance of this iPhone is so good that it looks like full daylight and it's barely light. But that's okay, cool technology. One of the things I get asked about a lot is this thing I talk about, creating the day. How do you create a day? I mean, isn't a day just a day? Well, no. No, as a matter of fact, it's not. It can be if you like. So I'm going to talk for a minute today about a process I created called Seize the Day. And it's a little piece of my morning ritual. And my morning ritual evolves all the time. Part of it involves creation, meditation. Part of it involves prayer. Part of it involves getting connected to spirit and really guided. So I spent an hour in meditation this morning before anything, at 4 o'clock. And I love that. So anyway, here's a 12-step process. And it's funny that it came out 12 steps, right? Because 12-step programs, and I've been involved in those because of earlier addictions. And so 12 steps, I don't know, seems like a good number. 12 apostles, 12 steps, something, right? Okay, so Seize the Day is an intentional process to create the day, not just in the morning, but all day, to remember, to think about. And so I want to share it with you. And whether you're in business, whether you're a corporate leader, whether you're just leading yourself, which truly is the very first and only place to ever really start if you're going to have any kind of successful leadership. So that's what this is about. It's about seizing your day, your opportunity to create yourself and your day every day on purpose, right? So step one is enter spirit and receive pure power. Ooh, what does that mean? Well, it might mean whatever it means to you. I'll tell you what I do. I've spent many, many, many years now, 50 years, practicing meditation. Some years far more diligent than others, but I have been involved in it for 50 years. I know what it feels like to get into alpha state in the mind and deeper states, theta and brainwave state, names don't matter. The reason to do it isn't just to do it, but it is to intentionally clear your spirit and your mind so you can connect with other planes of existence, other states of being. Excuse me. I'm not talking about some weird thing. Well, maybe it's weird for some people. When you pray deeply, you lose awareness of your surroundings. And you're so focused on the spiritual realm that sometimes it feels like you're transported only to that place of spirit. And so when I say enter spirit and receive pure power, I mean do whatever you need to do, develop and refine whatever practice you need so that you are completely undistracted. I am completely undistracted. I'm saying you, I'm talking about myself. I am completely undistracted by anything going on around me. Any worldly worries, any things that I have to do today or did yesterday. It's completely present here now in this moment. And that is a place of power because it connects me to the core of the universe, to the Spirit of God, to the Spirit of pure creation. When I first started doing it on purpose as a daily creation process, it wasn't very effective because I didn't really know how to surrender all my thoughts and feelings and just go to that place of pure surrender. It's something you do learn how to do. So part one, for me to create an awesome day is every morning, intentionally enter spirit and receive pure power. I know from my own experience, and as a suggestion, I offer it to you, that there is universal truth available. There is a spirit of truth that pervades everything. It underscores the idea of non-duality and what David Hawkins wrote about in Power versus Force, and underlies all that. Whether you call it the Spirit of God or the Spirit of the universe, doesn't matter. It's there. And it holds everything together. And it organizes all things. Step 2 is seek direction in silence and stillness. So the first step is receiving, filling my spirit with power. And the second step is receiving clear and directive ideas and thoughts. Sometimes they're consistent with what I'd already thought I was going to do this morning. And sometimes they're completely different. My wife and I had a conversation. Joy, my wife is my business partner. We had a conversation last night that's going to pretty significantly change some things about what we do in our business. And it was fun. It was unexpected. And it was just a culmination of some things. And the last couple days, Thursday and Friday, I had a long 2 full days of, puppy is over there, 2 full days of video shoot. Where I hired a video crew to come here and shoot several hours of video. And there's a third day scheduled that'll be outside and in the studio, B-roll kind of stuff, to create some videos about stories and about principles and so forth. And the purpose is to help me reach the 10 million goal that I have, or commitment that I have. So seek inspiration in silence and stillness. That's number 2, and that inspiration comes every time. It comes better and better and clearer when I develop and spend the time and effort to do it. The third step for me is speak words of being. And words of being are a statement that I have called a PTAC, a personal truth and commitment statement. And it's long, I guess. It's not just a few lines, and it's words of creation. You know, the first lines, for example, are, I am a beacon of light. I am a vessel of love. I am a conduit of power. I am spirit eternal. I am the knowing of the universe. I am a son of Almighty God. I am a disciple and friend of Jesus Christ. I am at cause. I choose my thoughts and create my feelings, spirit, body, and my circumstance. And that's about 1/10 of it, or less, maybe about 1/10 of it. But it is statements that for me represent the truth of who I am, who I've chosen to be. And I help clients create such statements that resonate with them, that represent who they want to be, who they declare themselves to be in the world. And so that step, speak words of being so I can love, create, serve. Now, love, create, serve are the 3 power words that guide my whole life. That's who I've decided to be. And I don't say, yay, me. It's just, that's Kellan. And I would invite you, and as a suggestion, a possibility to create your own guiding words. Like, who are you? I'm a lover of people. I exist. I live to acknowledge and serve each person I meet. And I'm hoping this video serves you in some way, inspires you, lifts you, lets you know how valuable and powerful you are, and encourages you to create some things. So those first 3 things are things to do right away. They're mornings, they're first thing. And then I have some things that I intentionally avoid. And the next word is delay. And delay what? Well, delay mundane email, texts, messages, delay mundane stuff because it's distracting. And the exact statement is delay the mundane, email, text, messages, etc. It creates thinking that is not useful. You know what that's like, right? You pick up messages and you get all caught up in something and dive in. Bleh. So I delay that. on purpose. And it's not that I don't deal with the things that there are to do. Of course I do. And of course you do. But I do it at a very specified time to do those kinds of things where I can devote my full attention and love them all and just jump right in. Step 4 is, besides delay stuff, I avoid some things. And here's what I avoid. Avoid negative rumination, right? Because sometimes I used to, I don't know about you, sometimes I sat around and thought about all the things that went wrong yesterday or stuff I might be worried about today. So I avoid all that negative rumination because it powers illusions that are really, bring us down, bring me down. And the exact statement is avoid negative rumination, conversation, or interaction. It distorts truth. And by distorting truth, what I mean is it makes things seem more important than they are. Like small things or irritating things suddenly blow up and take over the universe. So that's another thing I don't do. And the fifth one, or the sixth one, the third sort of avoid thing is ignore distracting thought creations strewn about, imaginary or tangible, right? And I'll explain that in a minute, but the rest of it is ignore distracting thought creations strewn about, imaginary or tangible. They are distracting illusions. And that the wording is intentional. It comes from the idea that our thoughts create our world. They really do. Nothing means anything until I think it. And you know that because think about our bodies. I use this funny and a silly example, but if I see a blob of something on the counter, and I believe with all my heart that it's strawberry jam, and I like strawberries, and I like strawberry jam, my mouth might salivate just a little, and I might want to put my finger in it, and tasty, right? On the other hand, if I think it's C4, plastic explosive, I might dive under the counter and run for cover because I think I'm in danger. And my body reacts. So if I believe it's jam, I might salivate and expect the taste. And if I believe it's explosive, I get frightened and my body fills with the neurotransmitters associated with fear, adrenaline, cortisol, that sort of stuff. And it all came because of what I was thinking. And so thought creations are those things that we think into existence. Sometimes they're physical, sometimes they're not. It might be some leftover reminder of something that happened yesterday. It could be anything. So then, that is the morning stuff. First thing, do those three things. Enter spirit, seek inspiration, and speak words of being. And then intentionally, I delay the mundane, I avoid the negative, and I ignore irrelevant thought creations, right? Then I set clear goals for the day. What am I going to do today? And because I've done that meditation earlier for some period of time, the goals that I set are consistent with the inspiration I receive. So that's a guided day. Every day is guided. Do this today. And that doesn't mean for me that I throw away appointments that I have. I keep them. But I'm guided about how to prepare and everything. And the last 2 days where we had this video shoot, I prepared very carefully because I was going to be on camera all day long, 2 days, doing all kinds of stories and things that have to do with describing how I became who I am today, and then also talking about the things that I've learned. And the purpose of all that is to share it with anybody that wants it. To be helpful. And so set clear, measurable intentions. And then the next one, which is 8, is take consistent, direct, motivated action to complete those commitments. Now I use those 3 words on purpose. Consistent, direct, and motivated action. Because all kinds of action, right? If you're bored, my action is sluggish. And if I don't want to do something, I'm intentionally distracted. So if I said direct action, that's the thing most likely to accomplish the goal. Consistent means keep going. Motivated means I choose to be excited about it. So take direct, consistent, motivated action to accomplish the goals. The ninth one is funny. I use a word that isn't used a lot. It's brook no internal nonsense. And brook is an old word that I love, but it means tolerate. Tolerate no internal nonsense. I don't know about you, but my minutes, hours, days are sometimes attacked by the doubter, or, oh, this is stupid, or, oh, it won't work, or, oh, you don't. So I brook no internal nonsense during the day because I've already, in inspiration, set those goals. Number 10 is move boldly through the day with focus and creative power. I choose to be bold and decisive in actions. Some people may do them differently. My hallmark, my character, my enjoyment zone is to be bold and clear about actions. But that's after I've done all that preparation. Number 11 is remain absorbed in creation of pure service. And when I wrote that down, I had this interesting vision about the movie Frozen, about how when the lady, I've forgotten her name, but she waves her hand and the ice castle appears. Let it flow. And so that's the words I use to remind myself of that, is remain absorbed in the creation of pure service, because my power words are love, create, serve, and that helps me. And then the 12th one is manifest with boundless joy. One of the statements in my personal truth is, I am happy because I choose unconditional joy. Now that might sound crazy because so many things happen in a day that we didn't plan or didn't want or whatever. But I've discovered and offer to you as a possibility that you can live in constant joy, 100% happiness. You can be happy all day just because you said so. And that's where I live. So those are the 12 steps. Seize the day, the secret to live in flow and create anything you want to and have a powerful and beautiful day. My hope is that maybe one or two of these suggestions, or perhaps more, will motivate, inspire, lift, and bless you. In any case, I give you all the love that I have and encouragement to be everything you can be. Whatever you choose that to be. We'll see you tomorrow.